Welcome to Woodhouse Ford. Today we're going to be demonstrating the 2017 Ford Escape and also the 2017 Ford Fusion. So basically it's a refresh design on the Escape from the A-pillar forward. You have a new seal around the windshield to give it a quieter cabin on the inside. The aluminum hood has also been redone. A few things that you're going to find that were close to the same is the front grille has been designed to look a little bit different. You also still have the active grille shutters to give you a little bit better fuel economy and higher speeds. You'll notice here that this has been drawn back a bit to give it a more sleeker approach. Also, you have the LED headlights. Okay, the fog lights are a little bit different. If you come to the motor over here, the one that I'm going to be reviewing today with you is going to be the 2.0 twin scroll motor. Now what a twin scroll motor does is this: it actually pulsates to the turbine to give you a little bit more torque, so when you need to get on the interstate or you need a little bit more passing power. Everything you can do here, you notice the same thing is all marked in yellow, okay? This vehicle comes in several different options. You have an S, which comes with a 2.5 naturally aspirated motor, okay? Now if you go to the SE, you have a 1.5 EcoBoost motor, which is our best fuel economy motor. You also have an optional 2.0 motor available. When you go into the titanium, you also have the 1.5 standard EcoBoost motor, or you can upgrade to the optional 2.0 liter motor. Now when you walk around this vehicle over here on this side, the vehicle I've chosen is actually what's called the Sport package, okay? It's going to give you the black rims, it's going to give you the blacked out roof rails here, and just gives us a little bit more sleeker, more stylish experience, okay? When you come back in here, you're going to also know on the back tail lights, which are also LED, that these have been blacked out around here too, okay? So when you're getting ready to kickstart your adventure with the new Ford Escape, what's nice is when you open it up, a lot of this stuff has still remained the same. You have a ton of room in the back, the seats fold down in a 60-40 split. Now, they come equipped with a suite of standard equipment. They also come with a whole lot of smart technology if they're optionally equipped that way. Now when you have your tailgate back here, you can actually hold this in like this, in case your garage has a little bit lower height, and you can set the height of your rear tailgate. So when you shut it down, you come back over here, okay? So obviously this still has the passive entry. You're going to notice this. This is what's called Blitz, blind spot alert system. So when you're going down the road, if you're on a rainy day like today in Omaha, and you have somebody on your blind spot, it's actually going to give you an alert, a visual alert, and it's going to glow right in the corner of your mirror on either side, okay? If you come around back over here, let's jump in here. Show you a few things. As you can see, it's going to let you know it's titanium EcoBoost all-wheel drive. Come on in and have a seat here. Now this is where the fun really begins, okay? So what we're going to show you on this vehicle is what's also called optional start-stop, okay? So what it's going to do with the start-stop is going to give you a little bit better fuel economy. When you get to a stoplight, if the motor dies, you're going to take your foot off the brake. Seamlessly works to give you the better fuel economy and also reduces emissions, okay? One of the big things that have changed is what's called Sync 3 and Sync 3 with Connect, right? So when you have your nav, before, you're never able to swipe or pinch to zoom, any of those things, okay? A bunch of new things that are also on here is you have Apple CarPlay and Android CarPlay. If you hook your iPhone with what's called a FireWire, you can actually shoot your apps right up onto the screen. If the vehicle isn't equipped with nav but does have Sync 3, you can actually have your Google Maps right on the screen and you already have nav that way. Now you also have the smart technologies, which are going to be like lane keeping assist. It gives you three different ways to do the lane keeping. You're going to have assist, alert, and alert and assist. So if you're actually in the lane and you're going to be coming out of, it sees the spotted painted markings down on the road to keep you in your lane. And now you have intensities, low, medium, and high, which will actually give you an audible alert and actually assist you around corners. This vehicle is also equipped with what's called blind spot alert. So if you're in the grocery store and you're backing up and you see a grocery cart's coming and you actually, can't see it, it's going to give you an alert and let you know. It's also, you know, that what's called cross traffic alert too. So if you have a person that's coming down the road, it's going to let you know about that. Basically, up in this little spot right here, they have a camera that's going to actually show you what's coming on, down the road. And so if you have a pedestrian, it can actually differentiate between a pedestrian or, let's just say, a tumbleweed or a bush. It'll let you know. It'll actually can charge the brakes and stop your vehicle from keep you from hitting somebody. Now on the inside, here's what's really been different. You have a longer armrest. You have a new electronic parking brake. As you can see, your climate controls have been redesigned to give you a better look. Where the old emergency brake was is now a shifter, okay? You also have what's called paddle shifters on this, okay? That's going to be good for, like, if you're in the mountains and you're going down a hill and you want to lock it into one gear to let the exhaust slow you down. It's a nice feature. Now, your USB ports have also been upgraded to give you fast charging capabilities, okay? Unlike the old one. In the back here, you actually have a 110 outlet that's going to allow you to charge your laptops, anything you'd like to do, just like your house. A few other features that you're going to have on this vehicle is obviously the memory seats and things of that nature. But this actually has what's called, gosh, dang, pause. Now, on the inside of this vehicle, things have really changed. You have what's called auto start stop. So when you come to a stoplight, your motor will die. And what will happen is if when your foot's on the brake, when you let off, it'll seamlessly restart the motor and head you down the road without you hardly even noticing. What that's designed to do is save you fuel economy, also to reduce your emissions onto the world. Now, things that have changed a little bit is your navigation. You have pinch to zoom, okay? You also have swiping capabilities. Now, this vehicle, if equipped with the Apple CarPlay or the Android CarPlay, you can actually plug it in your Apple phone by FireWire. Now, let's say you're with a vehicle that isn't equipped with navigation. Your apps will actually pop up, including, let's say, Google Maps. So it'll actually give you navigation on your vehicle. You can also see that the steering wheel has been completely reconfigured, okay? Now, this vehicle is equipped with what's called paddle shifter with a 6-speed transmission. Now, the electronic parking brake, that's new on the 2017 Ford Escape, and where the old manual brake was is where the shifter is now. Now, this has all been moved around a little bit to give you a longer armrest, okay? You have 2 USB ports in here, one here for a media hub down here, which also has been upgraded to give you a little bit faster charging than what it was before, okay? Now, in here, when you're in here, there's also a USB port in here, also a fast charger. Now, in the back, you also have a 110 power outlet in case you need to charge your laptop, work from your car, things of that nature. Now, we also have what's called lane keeping assist. What lane keeping assist is going to do is this. It's going to find the dotted lines down the road or the solid lines, and you can set it. You go side to side, finds it, it lets you know with the green lines, letting you know that it's found them. Now, let's say you need to get over a lane, you're going to turn on your blinker, it's going to let you over in that lane, and you're going to be good to go. It's going to give you 3 different selections. You're going to have assist, alert, and alert and assist, okay, together. Now, it's going to give you 3 different selections, low, medium, and high for intensity. Now, let's say you go to get over and you're kind of getting a little bit tired and you go from lane to lane to lane. It's actually going to have what's called lane departure. What the lane departure is going to do is have a coffee cup that comes up telling you that maybe you need to take a little bit of a break and get a cup of coffee. It's a very nice feature. Now, if the Escape is equipped, you can also get what's called Active Park Assist. What Active Park Assist is going to do is this. It actually has a radar on the right-hand side of the vehicle, so when you come up to parallel park in a little bit of a tight spot, you can go in, scan the spot that you're going to be able to parallel park in, you take your hands off the wheel, you put it in drive, and it'll tell you, put it in drive, put it in reverse, and it'll actually take the wheel, spin it around, and parallel park itself. It's a really, really cool feature. Now, this vehicle, also what you can do is what's called Ford Pass. Now, what Ford Pass is this. It's an app that you download on your phone with your Apple or your Android device, and when you have that, you can do several different things. It'll tell you what the fuel level is in your car. Let's say that you get off work at 5:30 every day. So at 5:25, if your car's equipped with remote start, you can actually timer your remote start. So when you get off of work, you never get into a hot or cold car again. You can actually set it up how long you want the vehicle to run for also. Now, let's say you're in a city and you're looking for a parking spot too. You can actually tag a different parking spot, pay for it with your Ford Pass, and you can have parking in a downtown area or a metropolitan area. Another couple of cool features you can do is, I mean, if you're in China and you want your car to start up, you can do it there too. Really, anywhere you have a Wi-Fi connection. A few other things that you can do with the Ford Pass is this. You can pay your bill online. The Ford Pass is going to be able to set you service appointments up, which is also a nice feature. A few things else it is going to be able to do with the Ford Pass is this, is, you know, when I was talking about paying your bill, if you come into the Ford dealership, you can actually see what your payoff is on your vehicle, so you don't have to wait. You can actually see what you need to do to get into a new Ford vehicle. Now, what I want to do next is I want to go over to the 2017 Fusion, go over the highlights of that vehicle a little bit, and let's roll. Now, this is the 17 Ford Fusion Sport all-wheel drive, comes standard in the all-wheel drive. Unlike the 245 horsepower that this is 325 horsepower of V6 muscle. I think that you're going to really enjoy this vehicle when you're looking at it. This vehicle is the only Fusion that comes with the V6. Now you have several different lineups in this vehicle also. You have the S, which comes with a standard 2.5-liter naturally aspirated motor. You also have an SE, which comes with a 2.5 standard or a 1.5 optional EcoBoost. And then you have a titanium, and then you have a platinum model that you can also get the 1.5 and the 2.0. Okay? Now when you're looking along these vehicles, there's also a different hybrid and plug-in hybrids. The hybrid's going to come in an S, an SE, and also a titanium. Now the plug-in hybrid is only going to come in an SE and a titanium model that's going to be available. Now you can see how the redesign is done on this vehicle. The front grille is a little bit different. The fog lights are different. This is a little bit different, the design here. The lights have been sloped back. LEDs on this, okay? Now when you walk around to the back on this vehicle, okay, you're going to notice, because this is the all-wheel drive, it comes with a spoiler. You also have rear LED tail lights, okay? Now jump over here. Let me just show you a couple of things on this one. Go ahead and get on in. The seats are a little bit different on this. The big thing on this one is the paddle shifters, okay, though it's going to be new for the Sport on this vehicle. What's really been redesigned is your middle center stack, as they call it. You also, your transmission is now shifted by this turn knob, which has a motor in it. So let's say that you're in drive and you get someplace and you hit the off button on your vehicle. The motor will actually spin this and put the vehicle into park. Now you notice that the cup holders are a little bit different. That's another redesign on the 17. And also your USB ports have all been upgraded for your media hubs to basically fast charge your phones, and gives you a little bit more power so you can charge things a little bit faster. The same thing as before, the steering wheel has been a little bit redesigned in here, okay? Now when you're also in here, you also, if equipped, you have a USB port down in here, right? Now this one has the heated seats. The 2017 Escape also comes with a heated steering wheel, which is one of the first in this class of small SUVs with that kind of technology for Ford. A few things that you're going to want to notice about this car is that the power that this motor has. The 325 horsepower V6 all-wheel drive will get down the road and get you where you need to go. Now you'll also see that this one comes with a little bit different appointed dash, okay? Now when you're looking at this vehicle, I think you're going to find that it has many features that is going to fit any budget. As I've told you, there's many lines of vehicles, so I want you to come visit Woodhouse Ford in the future and come and ask for Dean Wimer, and thank you for visiting us with the Showroom Showdown.